What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berm, and today I'm going to be going over all of the brand new emotes that you can collect and unlock once you have the Indigo Disc DLC. Before we begin, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, helping this video reach people, helping the channel grow, I'd appreciate that. In case you're watching this video and you don't normally watch the channel, what I typically do is make weird Pokemon work on the ranked ladder. So if that's something that's interesting to you, it might be a good idea to follow along because I'm sharing weird rental codes all the time right here on the channel for free. And that's definitely going to be happening once Regulation F begins in January. So stick around, you won't regret it. Quickly, in case you're not aware, you press the up arrow on your Joy-Cons to pull up these emotes. And there's a whole bunch of them. A lot of them you probably unlocked while you were playing through your regular game. However, there are a bunch of new ones that you can only get, some of these ones toward the end here, by doing certain things in the Indigo Disc DLC. And some of them are very hard to unlock, some of them are time consuming, some of them are money consuming. First one, and probably the easiest one, especially if you've been partaking in the Terra Raid battle events that happen, is going to be going to the school store here. And we're going to be talking about the Charizard emote. The Charizard emote is what it's called. It is the pose that I was just doing, the Leon pose from Pokemon Sword and Shield. And what you're going to do is come to the school store here in Indigo Academy, and talk to this guy over here, the very mightiest. He wants to see a mighty marked Pokemon, a Pokemon with a mighty mark. The Charizard from the event, as well as, I believe, most of the Pokemon that are given to us via those events, those like 7-star Terra Raid events, have a mighty mark. And so if you show him one of those Pokemon that you've caught, he will give you this emote for you to use whenever you want. It's a really good one. And it also, not all of them have animations tied to them as well, but this one does. So that right there is the Charizard emote. That's how you get it. Next, we're going to talk about the left hand emote. Be still my left hand. That's what it's called. There are a million jokes that I want to make, but what you're going to do is go to classroom 3-2. I will refrain from making those jokes. And in classroom 3-2, there is a guy in the corner who wants you to stay away. You're not going to do that. You're going to talk to him. And he's going to say, leave me alone. You're going to say no. He's going to say, are you like me? You're going to say yes. He's going to say, you must have heard the call. You're going to say yes. He's going to say, what called you here then? You're going to have a bunch of options. You need to pick the darkness. I don't know why. And then he's going to say, feel the stirring of the power in your hand there. And you're going to say, my left hand. And then he's going to say, oh, you're like me, all this stuff. And he's going to give you this emote. It may look familiar, as this is the Galadian emote. Galadian, that was that guy's name, right? From Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is very cool. This is the thing that he does when he begins a battle. So yeah, that's how you unlock that. You don't need to have anything specific. You just need to answer the questions correctly to that guy right there. Next, we're going to talk about the Electrium Z emote. I like this one a lot, to be honest with you. You're going to fly to the terrarium. Not fly to the terrarium. Navigate to the terrarium. I don't know. Maybe you flew there. Maybe you weren't in the Blueberry Academy initially. Once you're in the terrarium, you can fly over here. You're going to want to go to the coastal rest area. Once you're here, you're going to hop on your Paridon or Miraidon. Run to this edge over here and come down to where these little buildings are. You're going to sit here for a second so that the game can load in all the NPCs. And this person right here is going to say, Alola, friend. Now, this is a little bit of a weirder one to unlock because something you do need to have is an Alolan Golem. She's going to ask to see your Alolan Golem. And once you do show an Alolan Golem, you don't have to trade it or anything like that, she's going to give you the Electrium Z emote. And that one looks like this. It's very fun. Something that is a little bit annoying about it is that I don't believe you can catch Alolan Golem anywhere in the game. I think you have to trade an Alolan Graveler for it. Of course, I do have a Discord in the linked in the description below. You can go join that. Oftentimes there are people helping each other out with, achieving certain goals. Certainly a lot of people doing BBQs over there right now. So if you are in need of an Alolan Golem, show up to a stream of mine at some point. Somebody can do that for you there too. Or join the Discord, and maybe you can find someone in case you don't know someone yourself. Next, we're going to be talking about the Hasta la Vista emote. And for this one, you're going to have to fly over to Naranja Academy. You do need to beat all of the main story of the Indigo Disc DLC, I believe, in order to start this sort of side quest. This is the side quest involving tutoring the Team Star leaders. There's more things you can unlock than just the Hasta la Vista emote. You're going to go into the academy here. And for those unaware, there's a ton of stuff that you can do in the academy. I completely ignored it and only did any of this academy stuff once I'd already beaten the game and already beaten the Teal Mask. And a lot of it I did after I beat the Indigo Disc as well. But you're going to come to the little directory here. And typically you'll see a little exclamation point next to these things if there's someone in one of these rooms that wants to talk to you. If you see Penny, click on her. Talk to Penny whenever you see Penny, and when you talk to them in a room, you can leave the room and then find Penny again and go to, you don't have to like wait a day or anything like that. Just keep following Penny around and talking to Penny, okay? Eventually Penny's going to invite you to go hang out in Penny's room, and all of the, evolutions are in there. That will then trigger the entrance hall. The two of the Team Star captains will want to talk to you. You'll go find and talk to them. They'll invite you to one of the classrooms in which you can go and start tutoring the Team Star members. You don't really have to do a ton, to be honest with you. You really just have to at one point you have to go find Melody, whatever, that one. But it's really not that difficult. It's not like you have to like pass a test or anything like that. You do have to pass a test down the line for one of these, but eventually you'll just move your way through what is basically just like a text-based side quest, and just keep following where you need with the exclamation points of the Team Star members who need you. Eventually you will have tutored them, and they will give you a bunch of Team Star gear as well as this emote, which is of course the emote that any Team Star member, when you battle them in the game, draws out a little star and finishes it like that. Again, I like the ones that have full animations to them instead of just an image. Although I feel like mostly I use these for when I'm taking a picture for a trainer card or something. Though technically if you're in a union room, you can use them with your friends. Now might be a good time to talk about the glow stick dance emote. This is definitely the most unhinged one. Once you have completed the tutor thing, you need to have completed the tutor side quest, Team Star tutoring side quest to do this one. Once you've done that, you will unlock the ability to participate in Atticus, who is the ninja fashion poison Team Star leader. You'll unlock Atticus's auctions. That is also a fun side quest for gear, by the way, if you're interested. But you're going to want to fly over here to Porto Marinada. Once you're in Porto Marinada, you're going to fly down here to the sort of flea market area. Are they called flea markets in other places in the world? And once you're down here, Atticus is going to be right over here. He's not here for me anymore because I already did all this stuff. But he's going to be standing literally right by these tables. Once you talk to him, he's going to say, okay, I have an auction item ready. You're going to have to get the auction. This is the one that costs the most actual in-game money. And you just need to beat the auction. And you're going to win, Team Flare glasses, Team Aether shoes. You're going to win Team Magma helmet, Team Aqua helmet. You're going to win a Ball Guy helmet. You're going to win some Galarian Dragon gloves. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that you got to win. And you got to get all of them. The nice thing is you don't have to then go out and wait and get lucky like some of these auctions do, where you have to like wait to get the right person offering the item. You can literally just keep doing them over and over again. You don't have to back out. You don't have to advance a day in your Switch or anything like that. Just keep doing it. It's going to cost, I think for me it cost almost 3 million Poké-Dollars. Quite pricey. Once you've beaten all of them though, it's pretty worth it because you get the glow stick dance emote. Which looks like that. I think it's the only one that has a continuous animation that just keeps on going and going. And it's also the only one where, if you do it over and over again, it changes the colors of the glow sticks. Why does it do that? I don't know, but I think there's like 9 colors that it can be. Pretty dumb, pretty silly, but definitely fun. And costs a lot of money. Now we will talk about the finger heart emoji. The finger heart emoji is one that you have to emote is one that you have to unlock by beating one of the special coaches in the League Club in the Indigo disc in Blueberry Academy. There's a lot of stuff to unlock by beating the individual League coaches, but these are the ones now. There's 3 emotes that you can get via this method, and they do require the most amount of time. You're going to go to the League room. This first one isn't too bad, because this first one, in case you weren't aware, the special coaches, the first couple you don't even need to unlock. It's just beating the DLC brings Amaris and Crispin and Drayton as like League coaches. They all come to the League room and they all hang out and they all do their various things. So it's Amaris and it's Crispin. You got to talk to them. You got to talk to them multiple times and you'll get into a good relationship with them, and then they'll offer to battle. If you battle and beat Amaris, she will actually give you an interesting emote that I think you have to go into selfie mode close up in your camera. So once we're here, we can go here and we get this one from Amaris, which is the little, I believe this is Korean, right? Or at least it was like popularized in Korea. Little finger heart. You've seen it before. One of the other coaches that gives you a special emote is going to be Miriam. Miriam is the nurse, but not the Blueberry Academy nurse. I don't think there is a Blueberry Academy nurse. It's the Naranja orb. Is Naranja also the name of the Violet Academy? It's your original academy in Paldea. You're going to have to fly to the academy. You're going to have to go to the same bulletin board that we went to, the same directory, I guess is more what it is, that we went to track down Penny. And when you're in here, you're going to go to the nurse's office. There will be an exclamation point here if you haven't done this already. And Miriam, the school nurse, will want to talk to you. You're going to have to talk to her. Your relationship will deepen a little bit, and you're going to have to keep following her around the academy to the various places. She has a little side quest where she becomes a health teacher instead of just the school nurse. Not that there's anything wrong with just being the school nurse. Important job, important position. We respect all of you out there. And this is her. Eventually, you're going to get to, she's not going to, you're not going to keep following her around and she won't have any more exclamation points. That will mean that your bond has deepened enough that you don't need to do anymore. At that point, you will need to invite her to the League Club room, and you can only invite her once you have traded with 3 other coaches to get their ace Pokemon. How trading works with coaches is that once you've strengthened a bond with them, they will offer to trade you a Pokemon and you can give them one in return, and then you get like Amaris's Skarmory or whatever that is. Remember that there are 3 default coaches already unlocked in Amaris, Crispin, and Drayton. So you don't need to spend BP to invite any more coaches besides those 3. They're completely BP less. You don't need to use anything to get them. And you do need to potentially advance your switch a day or wait a day and talk to them over and over. Eventually, they will offer to trade the Pokemon. If you've traded with 3 coaches and you have maxed out the relationship here with Miriam, the emote that you get, it's not even one that I can use in this room because you have to be able to take a picture. It is the II Captain emote. Only way you can get this one is by befriending Miriam, inviting her to Indigo, and then beating her in a battle. Once you've beaten her a battle as the special coach in the League room, this is the reward that she gives you. Finally, we're going to talk about Hassel. Hassel is one of the Elite Four members in the base game. Hassel is also the art teacher here at Naranja Academy. Hassel, you have to do the same thing as Miriam. You have to have traded with 3 coaches, so you want to try and get those 3 coaches that I mentioned, deepen their relationship so that you can trade with them. You also have to deepen all the way your relationship with him by completing his side quest in which he's trying to get drawn back by his family and quit being a teacher, but then he says, no, I'm going to continue to be a teacher, and then your relationship will be maxed out. You got to chase him all around the academy. To even do that, you need to have completed his art class, which includes 6 different class levels, a midterm, and a final. Eventually, you'll get to the point where in the art room, there will be an exclamation point where Hassel wants to talk to you, and you're going to have to chase him around and finish that side quest. Before you do that, you got to talk to this person and take all of the art classes. You can tell that I've only done the ones that I need to unlock certain things in the game. One of these will be art. You'll beat art 1, art 2, art 3, the art midterm, art 4, art 5, art 6, the art final. Then you'll do Hassel's side quest. Then, if you've traded with 3 coaches in the league room, you will finally be awarded the privilege of spending your BP to call a special coach and invite Hassel to your league club room for just 200 BP. Miriam is also 200 BP. I didn't mention that, but you do need 200 BP to invite Miriam. And here's Hassel. Once you beat the guy, you finally unlock the Moved to Tears emote, where you just sort of cry. Now that's going to be up to you whether all that's worth it. It was worth it for me because I made a YouTube video with it. So in conclusion, all of these Indigo Disc exclusive emotes are going to be your Charizard pose, Be Still My Left Hand pose, the Electrium Z pose, the Hasta La Vista pose, the Glow Stick Dance, the Moved to Tears pose, the Finger Heart emote, and the Aye Captain emote. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. I like these poses for the fact that you can use them in trainer cards, and it's fun to pull off certain little poses to make those trainer cards fun, so that when you go on the ranked ladder, I think it's nice to have like a cute little presentation. People know it's you if you randomly match with somebody. But I would say completely, you do not need to unlock every single emote. And so if you're looking for just one of them, I figured a video like this could be useful. Again, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the button so that this video reaches more people, so that the channel grows, I'd appreciate that. We're on a 10K sub goal at the moment. Again, typically I will try to make weird Pokemon work on the ranked ladder. If that's the kind of content you're into, definitely follow along. I also stream Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time against the chat. I battle against the chat, so we can keep practicing, getting ready for Regulation F together, and every single regulation that is going to be coming up against us here in 2024. Thanks again for clicking on this video in the first place, and until next time, my name is Berm. Aye, Captain. See you later.